So, um, good evening, everyone. It is Chef Mel here, live from my home studio. Now, what we have is, I'm very excited to welcome Pam Snyman from Up Close and Personal Tours. And Pam, where in the world are you today?
Well, thank you, Mel. And hello, Australia. We are based in the Garden Route, which is part of the Western Cape. It's a short 4-hour drive from Cape Town.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Now, I have been to your neck of the woods before, Pam, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And you and I met because I've been doing these little crossings to various destinations, trying to steal secrets and tips and recipes from other chefs around the world. And also, because we can't travel at the moment, get some really handy tips of where we should be going the minute we can leave our homes and our countries and travel overseas. Now, you are quite well connected and have got a few ideas, and you yourself run a few foodie tours. Obviously, I'm a chef. I do love those foodie tours, and I've been designing a few of my own. And the ones that we spoke about, and could you tell us more about them? They sound absolutely amazing.
Certainly. Mel, if I can just introduce my other side of me, is I'm the Senior Vice President for an organization in tourism called Skull International. And with Skull, our vision is to develop younger people. So with many of these menus we're going to talk about, we're actually introducing young chefs. Our culinary tours run throughout South Africa. And the most important thing, I think, is bringing people to taste our excellent wines and our divine food.
Well, I can definitely vouch for the food and the wine. And what I think is also gorgeous is that on the Aussie dollar, a trip to South Africa is really affordable and you can have a really good time. So Pam, just take us through. So that was great. Thanks for taking us through what you do on the side. The tours that you do, you said you have tours that range from the fine dining experience right through to the real cultural experience. Can you take us just through a very brief overview of those?
Yes, well, for example, if your flight is direct into Cape Town or from Johannesburg to Cape Town, we would meet you and then we give you a day's leisure and then we start our tour. And our tour will give an experience with Cape Malay food, done in their little homes, which are beautiful and cultural
and colorful. Yes,
very. And the people themselves have got many stories to tell. So it's almost like taking you back in history while you experience their great food. Then we move into the winelands. The winelands has quite a French flair with it, but there is also the South African Afrikaans cooking that you would get, what they call the boerenkos.
Boerenkos, yes.
And then just a few hours down, look, there's so many wine estates along, and we try to use a lot of properties that are smaller because of the COVID and people being nervous. We tend to make smaller groups, but it's also more personal.
Absolutely, so, yeah.
And then we're introducing a culinary tour for young children. And the one property in Cape Town is done on an Alice in Wonderland theme. So and all these tours we add the activities to. So you get a real experience and we bring the cultural part in where they do so remember, we've got many cultures in our country and then they all have their own way of eating, their own menus, their own style of food. Yes, but there's dancing and there's music and there's storytelling. And I think the storytelling is always great because everybody's culture has something to say. And we try and incorporate in the food.
And Pam, you said that there was one of the tours where the kids actually sang to you. Now that would be beautiful because what an experience and what a lovely bucket list thing to do and something to take photos and videos of, as well as the foodie tour. Now, I know we are heading to Knysna this evening, and you've invited someone fabulous, and we'll get Amanda on with us. Is that all right, Pam, to get her on now?
Of course.
So, welcome, Amanda.
Hello.
So, Amanda, where are you in the world today?
I am in the lovely Knysna forest. We are on the edge of the forest. We've got 5 beautiful, authentic woodcutter cottages. Sorry, this is Donnie.
Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you all.
He's going to jump in and tell us some more.
No, that's
it.
Okay. No, 5 authentic woodcutters cottages. That's on the edge of the forest. It is a bit. It's not right next to each other. We sell peace, nature, and tranquility. We have lovely walking trails in the area. There's a lovely one down to a pool where you can swim. We've got we offer beekeeping courses in the area, where you go out the day and spend some time with an actual beekeeper. You dress up in the suit, you harvest your own honey, everything. It's a really good and lovely experience to be out in nature. Lovely walking trails. There's a lovely area for picnic spots during the day for lunch, for nice lunch theme. There's a nice bike trails in the area. We've got a big garden route trail park that's very close to us. It's very popular. People, young and old, can drive and on their bikes there and ride on their bikes. So it's really, really nice.
Excellent.
Our cottage is in the forest. It's authentic. So we've got hammocks, fireplaces inside. We've got a beautiful wooden deck where we serve dinners and breakfasts. We've had yoga retreats here before. So there's really, like I say, it's all about nature and tranquility. That's what we're all about.
Well, it sounds wonderful. And I will, Amanda, share some photos of apparently you've got that stunning deck outside where you do the breakfasts and the dining experiences. But we will definitely, thank you so much for telling us about your beautiful establishment, Amanda. And we are apparently going to speak to one of the chefs that is one of your team. Is that correct, Ilse?
That is correct, yes.
Excellent. So, thank you so much for joining us. We just wanted you to tell us all about your lovely establishment so we can all get a bit jealous and look it up. I love planning my trips and just looking at all those beautiful photos and wishing we were there.
Yeah, it is. I hope you can all come and visit us.
Oh, we will the minute we can. Thank you so much, Amanda. So, guys, a big thank you to Amanda for joining us. Now, Pam, we are going. Who would you like to get up next? I see we got everyone behind the scenes. Hello, guys. Should we go to let's go to Chef Michelle.
Yes, start with Michelle because that's where the tour would start for the garden route.
Chef Michelle, welcome to our Vanilla Zulu foodie tour planning session. It's wonderful having you here. Now it's morning for you guys and evening for us. And Pam, did you want to introduce Chef Michelle for us and tell us all about her? Or Michelle, if you want to do that, whatever you prefer.
Well, she's such an exciting young chef because she's just come third in a national province competition.
Wow, well done, Michelle.
Yes, and what is nice is they do a touch of South African with a touch of Portuguese, and they can also, from here, you can visit Portugal as well as South Africa because they are planning a guest house there as well.
Wow.
But I think the focus now should be on Reed Valley. It's a beautiful family venue and very good wine. So over to you, Michelle.
Yeah, thank you guys very much for the nice introduction. So Reed Valley, we're a family wine estate and restaurant. So we produce 8 wines at the moment. My brother is the winemaker. I am the head chef currently.
Wow.
And we focus on Afro-Portuguese food. So Afro-Portuguese food, Mosselbay in 1488, the seafarers Bartolomeu Dias arrived in Mosselbay. So it was a massive Portuguese colony. So we're just paying like homage to the kind of rich history of Mosselbay and celebrating Afro-Portuguese fusion.
That sounds amazing. Michelle, could you give the lovely viewers just an idea of one of those dishes? What's your signature dish?
So, yeah, we have a couple of signature. We also only use ingredients that are within 10 kilometers range of us. So the seafood is coming from the Mosselbay Harbour. So very much seafood, obviously, because Mosselbay is a very kind of seafoody town. So one of our famous dishes, calderada. It is a kind of layered seafood stew. It's very simple, homey comfort food, and it's typically what the Portuguese settlers would cook when visiting kind of the colonies in Africa. It's like Mosselbay or Mozambique, just kind of fresh seafood layered with onions and peppers and garlic. Very simple. And then we bake really good bread, so we would serve that with bread. And then we're also very well known for our feijoada, which is also a Portuguese stew that has chorizo, smoked pork, beef. It's also a very hearty type of stew. Yeah, so those are more signature dishes, but we also do kind of present them into more upper market fine dining kind of setup.
Well, I'm drooling, Chef Michelle, because it is actually dinner time here in Australia. So I should have gotten you guys to send me some samples because I'm drooling, absolutely. Chef Michelle, I will be sharing your lovely destination and your venue, and maybe even that menu sample just with the guys afterwards. But thank you so much for joining us tonight and telling us and sharing your passion for food. I can see that. And congratulations on your very highly regarded awards there. So thank you, Chef Michelle, for joining us tonight. And have a great day.
Thank you very much for the platform.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
You too. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye, Chef. And Pammy, so we've got Chef Ilse here. And guys, on the side, thank you so much for your patience. Who would you like to go to next? Who's next on the foodie tour?
Well, Nell, if we can find her.
I know where Nell is.
Is Janine on yet?
I've got Chef Nell here. Guys,
okay,
a big foodie welcome to Nell Rogers. How are you this evening, Nell? Sorry, good morning.
I am very good, very, very good. I'm talking from the Klein Karoo, which is the most beautiful place on the longest wine route in South Africa, Route 62 from Cape Town. And
Now, unfortunately, Nell, your internet connection is not great, which is understandable. But I know that Pam sent through a few of your signature recipes, and I do love to steal recipes from my fellow chefs. I call it sharing is caring. And you also do a lasagna masterclass. Is that correct?
Yeah. That's correct. Yes. I teach you how to make the best lasagna.
Well, yeah, because lasagna is one of my favorite dishes, and I think a lot of people. And I saw you talk about caramelization, and that is one of my pet things that I like to teach is when you're using caramelization to get flavor. So we are kindred spirits, Chef Nell.
Excellent. Yes. Maybe I do a better connection. Maybe you should talk about me because you know me very well. Because my connection is very, very bad.
Yeah, Nell, we'll let Pam talk about you, but thank you so much for popping in. We will meet one day, and we will have a lovely glass of wine and a lasagna together, and I can't wait. Thank you so much, Nell.
Okay. All right. Go well.
So Pam, sorry, unfortunately, Nell's internet connection wasn't great, but just tell us more about Chef Nell and what she does. I know she's in where's she based?
In Carletsdorp.
Carletsdorp.
Which is near Oudtshoorn.
Oh, wow. That is stunning countryside.
Yes. And they own a guest house, and Nell does all the cooking, and she really is an amazing chef. And her husband, Andrew, he is the president of Skull Garden Route. So very big into tourism. And part of the tour that she does is she arranges for, like I would book guests to go there on a tour, and then she does the lasagna cook-off in the kitchen. So they have, there are about 5, I think, or more local wine farms in the area.
Yes.
So they would pair it with their De Krans wines or Boerplaas wines or whichever's in the area and available. So yes, and anyone who's been there has knows that Nell is the best cook ever. So,
Great. And Pam, who else? Who are we having on next?
okay. Somebody, do we have anyone from Cafe Gannett? I see someone sent a message.
Yeah. I've got Cafe Gannett, and guys, this is a very exciting foodie tour, and we are just about to add. There we go. Hello and welcome.
Hi, Janine.
Hi there, everybody. Good morning or good evening.
Yes, it's Janine. It's 6:20 here in Australia. I'm based in Brisbane on the east coast of Australia. I'm originally Zimbabwean born, but I lived in Magaliesburg. I've lived in Vicksburg. I've lived in Clockalan and Marquard. No one will even know where that is. And then I lived in Durban for 15 years, and then I have been in Australia for 12 years. So welcome, Janine, and please tell us a bit more about yourself and where you are and what you do.
So the Cafe Gannett restaurant is based in Mosselbay, one of the little towns in South Africa with the most beautiful climate. And the restaurant's now been running for 32 years. And myself and my husband, Gareth, who's actually the chef, but he's also very camera shy. He's left us. He had to go. We're actually retiling our kitchen at the moment while we're closed.
And who is this gentleman here?
That's him. So although the restaurant's been here for 32 years, we've been part of the family here for the last 12 years. The restaurant is known for seafood. It's famous for that since its inception and until now. We have beautiful fresh seafood available from the coast directly here at the town. Mosselbay is also known as a small drinking village with a fishing problem. So fortunately, we get the fish from there.
Yes.
Yeah. And so the menu that we've prepared as part of our culinary tour is based entirely on seafood. You'll see that there's some beautiful snoek pate there as well, which is a Cape Malay dish from our area. And then the stuff that Gareth worked on there is the best of seafood that we have available here. And then obviously something sweet as well. But we can also tweak that for people that are not seafood lovers or perhaps have allergies. And Pam and I were also discussing, if we have small groups and we have kids, we could do really fun things with them as well. We've had many seafood enthusiasts come here for tours. We have done quite a lot of cooking classes, and they're always fun. And I think experiential travel is so important now. People don't just want to go and sit by the poolside. When they have a holiday, time is so limited that you want to make more of it. You want to go home with a real experience of something that you've learned, something that you've got to know about the local culture, and getting to meet the people more. And I think that's why culinary tours are so important now, and all experiential tours where you get hands-on and you get to learn a bit more about the place where you are and the people that live there.
Now, just for the Australian guys, snoek. And I was just quickly trying to Google what the Latin name or what the equivalent is. Snoek is something that I really miss, especially the smoked snoek pates. So now you've just made me completely homesick. And I'm going to Google here what other name it would have, but it's not. Oh, here we go. What is snoek called in Australia? Barracuda.
Is barracuda that much of a white fish, or has it got a bit more oil in it?
Barracuda. So we'll have to see. Someone in our audience can give us a heads up and tell us what the Australian equivalent is. But definitely where you are based is highly seafood influenced, lots of fish, and beautiful coastlines. I mean, the water is freezing, but it's beautiful.
So I'm also a Durban girl, and I must say swimming here has become something you have to get used to.
I wish we could peek out your window there. I'm sure you've got a great view. Are you located near the water?
So from where I am sitting right now, I can see the whole of the bay.
Could you swing that camera around and give us a real taste of jealousy?
So let me just hope that I don't lose signal here. So keep fingers crossed.
If you do, it was great. But I think we'll all be very, very jealous if we could see those beautiful blue waters.
Absolutely. So just bear with me a second here that I want to get you outside so you're not looking at
Beautiful day.
people. And it's gorgeous weather in Mossel Bay. And let me get out of the way.
My goodness. You see what I'm talking about, guys? Look at that.
Jealous much.
My jealousy levels are way up. But then also this is Brisbane winter, and look, I'm sitting in a short sleeve dress, so it's not that cold here either. But
oh my goodness.
I know.
Oh, no, you have nothing to complain about then.
No, nothing to complain. But Janine, thank you so much. We'll share your lovely menu with our viewers, and hopefully I will be able to come over and meet you guys the minute we are on tour with Pam.
It'll be fun. I promise. The wine's fantastic, and so is the company.
If you could have a wine ready when we arrive, that would be great.
Definitely.
But also, Mel, at Cafe Gannett, they also have a gin tasting school. So you can learn to make your own gin and walk away with your own labeled bottle all in an afternoon and have fun.
We'll do a vanilla Zulu gin. I love it.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. I love it already.
We'll take it. Janine, thank you so much for your time today. We so look forward to meeting you, and have a fabulous day. And you go stand outside and look at that view for us. We are all very jealous of you right now.
Thank you, Mel. Nice meeting you. Thank you, Pam.
You. Okay. Bye. Now, that was fabulous. How good was that view? Pammy, where's our next tour?
Yeah, from my kitchen here, I overlook that Mossel Bay view as well.
No.
And on the other side, we're surrounded by mountains, but it's a bit cloudy today. But Mel, what I wanted to say, in the area of Mossel Bay, we have an adventure boat tour, which is an adrenaline boat tour. We have skydiving and paragliding. We have a walk with the elephants. And now the ostrich that has grown up there, her name is Francina. She actually thinks she's the elephant. So she leads the pack when you go for the walk.
She leads the elephants.
Yes, it is too cute. So there's a lot to see, and obviously as a culinary tour, that would be the highlight, but we would include various adventures. I, as an inbound operator, would do itineraries for your travel agents, and they in turn can share with their clients.
Oh, it sounds wonderful. Now, we've got these lovely chefs hanging in the background here. Should we get Chef Ilse or should we get Denise next? Where are we going?
Well, Chef Ilse is the chef that will cook with Amanda at Amanda's property.
We'll get her on.
Yes.
Chef Ilse, we're coming for you.
Hello.
Hello,
good evening. Good
welcome.
morning.
How are you?
Thank you. I'm in beautiful Knysna.
Yes. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm in Knysna. I'm based in Knysna. I moved down from Gauteng 15 years ago. I had a little small restaurant, and I'm now I'm not a trained chef, but I'm a cook that did lots of courses, and I'm now a personal chef to people. So I'm very flexible. Yes. So I have mostly we have a lot of swallows. We call them swallows in Knysna, people that come here for the summer and go back to Europe or America for the winter. So I cook for them.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm an Afrikaans boerenmeisie, so I love boerenkos and cooking that. But I'm very flexible on what I cook.
Ilse, I could see that you like boerenkos by your pumpkin fritters that you serve with the kudu or springbok fillet. And I thought, geez, that reminds me, because my dad is a boer man, and we had lots of pumpkin, and these pumpkin fritters paired with the springbok fillet with a red wine reduction, forest floor mushrooms, pumpkin fritters with caramelized sweet potato and baby spinach salad.
Yeah, when I was doing the menu for Pam, I was thinking, okay, she said, I think one of the other chefs is doing a local South African thing, but I thought Knysna is actually known for their oysters. Even though we don't have any more oyster beds, we still have an oyster festival. So I thought maybe just one oyster with our local. I also took the wines of this area so that we can showcase them. And then I thought oyster, and then I also had an option either for snook, but not the smoked one, the snook fish cake, because it's something that is so South African. Or a bobotie spring roll, which bobotie being one of our traditional things. And then I was thinking, as it's in the forest, lots of forest mushrooms, nice kind of mushrooms, and always a kudu loin or springbok is always, I thought it also worked well in the forest. Yeah, so that was what I based my menu on. Trying to be South African, but also with a little bit of a twist. So
thank you for sharing with us. It looks great. And I'll be putting these on for people to just have a look and get some inspiration.
Sure.
And like I said to the other guys, Ilse, I hope one day soon I come and meet you. And we've also got some of my guys that are watching that I've invited to watch are South African, because my first cooking school was based in Westville in Durban, and I had that for 8 years, and it was called Gecko Culinary Adventures, and some of these lovely ladies are themselves in the tourism industry. And yes, so we'll all be one big happy family by the time we're done. Wow. And by the time we can all travel again. Ilse, thank you so much. It was lovely having you. Thank you for your patience and waiting on the sidelines.
Nice meeting you, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Absolutely. You're welcome to carry on watching, because we're just about to get another chef on. But thank you so much for sharing your passion for your local produce with us.
Thanks, Mel.
Okay. Have a good day.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Oh, sorry. I just cut it off just a bit too soon. So Pam, that sounds really, really good. That Knysna Oyster Festival. I forgot about that.
Yes. Everything has been put on hold, as we know, because of travel this year. But things are starting to move. I've actually seen a notification that they're talking 1 September.
Wow.
1 August, Rwanda and Kenya are opening their airlines.
Yes.
But South Africa's talking 1 September. But in any case, because the tours are tailor-made and we can move within, I think if we keep the group smaller, we keep them more protected. But the Garden Route is a pretty safe place at this point. Yeah. So we look forward to welcoming you. And even if you and the guys want to come, the agents on an educational, we can do a full ed and take you through Cape Town through the Garden Route.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like I said, some of these students of mine are in the tourism industry, and I've got quite a few of my foodie followers there. So even if I'm stuck here, I'll be there in spirits. Now, Pam, our next chef is that Chef Denise.
Okay, Denise is the principal of Francois Ferreira Academy, and most of these chefs are the one I've been through her school.
Okay, so let's get Denise on. Yes. Denise.
There we go. Hello.
I'm not the chef. I had Sherry here a minute ago. We took her out her class, but she's had to go back to her class.
Sorry, Denise. I'm sorry. We were talking too much. How are you? And I hear that you are, all these lovely young chefs actually have gone through your lovely establishment.
Francois here with me. Just to say hello.
Hello, Francois.
Hi there. How are you? Hi.
Kani Klani. I'm well, thanks.
That's good. That's good. Look, one of the things I do, I'm the known as the South African food evangelist. So obviously my staff, and especially Sherry, who's my senior lecturer, will have taken over some of the stuff from me. And if you see her menus, are very Cape Malay inspired. And because I believe the basis of most of our general food in South Africa is Cape Malay. And then we bring all the other influences in. So if you look at the food, there's a bit of Cape Malay base, some French influences, some Dutch influences, some German influences. So everything is there. And that is what, you know, she's sort of the next generation to carry it on for us.
Oh, that's lovely. And you're training chefs through your establishment. Where are you actually based?
We are based in George, and we have a lovely big school here with like a more or less a master chef lookalike main kitchen. And then we've got a lovely what we call the common room where the students sit and work, where we can host a dinner, which is always very nice there. And then when Sherry hosts a dinner or something, the students will be there to assist her with the service and, you know, doing the food as well.
Oh, that sounds great. Excellent. Well, I'm sure Pammy told you, but I'm based in Australia, in Brisbane. Yeah. And I've got a very small school compared to yours. Mine is more like for domestic use, for people just wanting to learn how to entertain at home and that kind of thing. We drink wine on the job as well. So
you see, that's what we're not allowed to do.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I'm just saying. So we are going to look into some other things, but yes, we are just a bunch of passionate foodies. I love to teach my guys, you know, different foods, and that Cape Malaysian, I've snuck bobotie into one of my around the world classes, so I'm carrying on the and also we just wanted to connect with, you know, passionate foodies over in South Africa. I've got a lot of foodies that come my way that are, you know, travelers like me. I call myself a desperate traveler. I'm always planning, you know, the minute I get home, I'm planning the next trip already. So, you know, having some constructive time on my hands, I made contact with, you know, someone wonderful like Pam, and then you're able to get excited about planning your trip when you can go. You know, we can look at videos and we can look at photos and we can look at menus of experiences that we could have in different areas. And I wanted my Australian foodies to see how beautiful your part of the world was, and that is why we were sharing a few, you know, recipe ideas, and I love how you say that you're very much focused on that Cape Malaysian style, and how it's the basis of a lot of your cuisine, because it is something different. You know, South Africa has such a beautiful foodie offering in terms of culture because it's so diverse and so exciting, and the wine is fabulous too.
Yeah. But it was wonderful to see on the Great British Bake Off recently. They had the South African cook sisters there, and that they had to make the cook sisters. They had to make it as a technical challenge, and then they also had to bring in bobotie flavors in a around the world challenge. They had to make bobotie samosas.
Wow!
So, and what a lot of people struggle with is the combination of sweet and savory on one plate. Yes. I often in the past hosted a lot of French culinary tours, and every time I found they weren't very impressed when I did a typical Cape Malay meal where you had the sweet and the savory, because the French don't eat like that. Yes. So I adjusted my South African experience more based on the French style of eating than the Cape Malay, using Cape Malay flavors, but not the sweet. Sweet you know, the French can be rather pedantic.
Well, they've got a fantastic cuisine, so I suppose they would hold on dearly to that, and really good wine as well.
Well, you see, I'm classically trained, so I'm very much, but everything I do is based on French cuisine.
Yes.
So I can do a risotto of maize rice, or a bourguignon of venison. you know, and then they know what they're getting, more or less.
Yes, more or less. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
we look forward to meeting you one day, and thank you so much for joining us. It's my evening, and I've been talking about all this beautiful food, so I wonder what I'm going to cook myself for dinner, because
Well, you're going to go do a lovely South African meal for yourself, and we look forward to hopefully hosting you here at our school soon.
you know, I've actually got my bag packed. I just have to wait for the airport to open.
Yeah. But then you must also plan so that we can have you come and do a little master class for the students here.
Yes, I will. I'll do something Australian.
Okay, there we are. Okay. Righto. Nice
Thank you,
meeting
guys.
you. Bye-bye, Pam.
And
Okay.
sorry we missed your chef. Pam and I were talking too much. It's my fault. As you can see, I talk too much. But thank you so much. Tell them next time we'll have them on. No problem.
No problem. Okay, dokes. Bye.
Thank you so much. Excellent. So Pam, that was really exciting. I think we've met some wonderful chefs and, you know, just destinations. I hope people watching, if you haven't seen Knysna or Mosselbay, will go and look up those beautiful photos and see how gorgeous it is. Look at those lovely restaurants that we've spoken to the chefs. I love speaking to the chef in a restaurant. I feel very important, and it makes me want to go there even more, especially when they are such lovely people. But Pam, thank you to you for taking all of that time to arrange for these guys to take time out of their busy day and get our taste buds going. So thank you very much. I will share your website with everyone watching, so that they can maybe send you a message and ask a few questions. And the minute we can, we are coming to see you.
Fantastic. Mel, if you look on my Facebook page under Up Close and Personal Tours, there I put product every day. So from Botswana, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Cape Town, Garden Route, all over, and that will also give them an inclination of what kind of properties are out there.
Yeah.
And then we can build itineraries from there. But as soon as you can come in, absolutely, we put a culinary tour together.
Yeah.
We'll take you around and you can actually experience this gorgeous food.
But if someone said to you, Pam, I have no idea what to do, I've only got 6 days in the Cape, you would be able to give them a beautiful itinerary, and that's where you specialize in.
Yes. All I need to know from them, what is your interest? Because I do music, fashion, art, photography, culinary, those all different kind of tours. So they must tell me what they would expect to see, and I'll build an itinerary. And, you know, even if they look at it now and they're not traveling right now, I'm happy to do it for them for now.
Okay. Absolutely. Pam, thank you so much. We will look forward to meeting you in person. And yes, I can't wait. But thank you so much. You're a wealth of beautiful information.
Thank you. And thank you for your time, Chef Mel. It's just been wonderful meeting you.
It's been wonderful meeting you too. Thank you. Now, Pam, don't go away, because I just wanted to see you just for a little chat. But I'm going to take us off live, guys. Thank you for watching. I haven't been able to see your comments because I've been talking to so much, but I'm just about to hop off, and then I will look at those and answer all of your questions. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.